There are times in AutoCAD Electrical where you don't want to insert a parametric or block-based PLC module. What you want to do is insert standalone input-output points on the PLC. Depends on what environment you're working in, what company standards you have, and so on and so forth. So I've got a drawing set up, general standalone IO points. Let's add that to the project. So add the active drawing. Again, good habits, good CAD practice. Make sure again you right click on the drawing properties there, change that to sheet 004 in this case, and that'll update, and just do a quick refresh there to get the number in the list like so. You might need to do that refresh, sometimes you don't, sometimes you do. So we've got our blank drawing there. I'm going to go to the schematic tab on the ribbon, and this time I'm going to go to the icon menu. Now you'll notice I've got PLC IO, so if I click there now, I've got all these different input-output points on the icon menu that I can use. So let's do an in point first of all. So there's an in point there, or what I could do is go for fixed units like so. Can you see, look, there's the fixed units. I don't want those, I just want PLC, and I just want a standalone input-output point. So I'll go for an in first point wire there. And that comes into the drawing. So I'm going to put snap and grid on now so I can snap to the grid, and you'll see it jumping around a bit. I'll zoom in. And I just want to line that in on the grid nice and neatly. And it asks me to edit it. So it's asking for a PLC number. I'll call that PLC1. I could do a catalogue lookup if I wanted to. If I do that, I can go and find the manufacturer and so on. Not going to worry about that too much. You would obviously do that in a working environment. All I'm worried about is how to set up these input-output points. If I OK that, that's a PLC1. Now, I'm going to go back to the icon menu. And I'm going to go to PLC IO again. And this time, I'm going to go for an out point. Again, first point one wire, same as the in, but opposite, out. So that's my output this time. So I'm going to drop that there, and I'll call that PLC2. Now, this is very basic, but I'm going to show you exactly what it does. It's very clever. So I'm going to go to the Home tab on the ribbon, just check my layers there. I've got all my layers in place that I need. There's my wires layer, so I'll make it the current layer. What I'll also do is change the colour. I always tend to do my wiring in red because it stands out from the components on the drawing. Let's go back to the schematic tab now, and I'm just going to do some wiring. I'm just going to take a wire, and I'm going to pick a point here. Now, be careful. Take your snap and grid off, and make sure your O snap's on. And I'm going to hover there, and there's a midpoint snap there. So if I come out this way and click, there's my wire, enter to finish. Now, if I do another click, if I go here, let's say, and go for that midpoint, watch what happens. It takes the wire off of there. You can only go from that one point. So that's my in component, my standalone input-output point that's in. Let's do an output now. If I go here and do a midpoint there, I'm coming out. Notice it goes to the other side. Can you see that the contacts are either side? So PLC1, it's on the left because that's an in, and PLC2, the out, is on the right. So there's my wire, like so. If I go and use this point here, again, it comes off of the one contact, like that. So I'm just going to hit escape there a couple of times to cancel the command. So that's your standalone input-output points. So again, you can edit them very easily. I can click on it, right-click, edit component like so. I can go in and edit it, no problem at all. I can give it a description, just like I can any other schematic component. But they are standalone rather than in a parametric or fixed PLC module.